Hey, RosterWatch Nation, it's your friendly neighborhood Trashman here today to talk to you about some more Dynasty rankings updates over the past week. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. First off with Kenneth Gainwell, running back of the Eagles, age 24. He's rising 162 to 147. Gainwell is getting the majority of first-team reps on the ground for the Eagles over Rashad Penny, which comes as a surprise considering that Gainwell is historically more of a passing game specialist. Also for a two-down back, Gainwell is pretty small. He's 200 pounds right on the dot. But he's performed pretty well thus far in camp. He's been consistent. And what's more is that he can be had for virtually peanuts in all formats right now. And he could end up leading the Eagles in touches. So there's really no reason not to grab Gainwell where you can right now. And that's why, it's in part why he's moving up. After that, we had Dell of the Texans, wide receiver rookie. He's rising from 166 to 157. If you saw the Texans preseason game, you know why he's moving up for us. Dell didn't do exceptionally well at the combine. He didn't test particularly fast. He had a 4.4940, which is fast, all things considered. But considering, he was a shade over 160 pounds, speed is kind of what teams were banking on with Dell. The thing is, he's just got an uncanny knack for getting separation against corners in the NFL, well, and otherwise. It seems that he just plays at a faster pace than a lot of these guys. He plays faster than, he might run and test. He's been breaking ankles in practices in the preseason game that we saw this Saturday at the Senior Bowl. These are things that we've been noticing about Tank Dell, and regardless of his speed, we can't ignore just his athletic ability and his technical ability. He's getting open with ease in practices. He posted a 5.65 in one line in the preseason game the other night against the Patriots. It's true that his performance came against the second team, but just watching him on field, you can't deny his ability. Game speed is what counts, and Dell has plenty of it. Before I get to my final mover this week, I want to talk to you about how you're going to win your fantasy draft, and that's with the RosterWatch Ultimate Draft Cheat Sheet, available at rosterwatch.com. The revolutionary cheat sheet that changed football forever, fantasy football that is the only tool you'll need this draft season. You've heard RosterWatch live from NFL training camps. Now all you have to do is follow the 3 simple rules using the RosterWatch cheat sheet. That's it. 3 rules and an expert quality draft is guaranteed. Couldn't be easier. The RosterWatch Ultimate Draft Cheat Sheet. You can't afford to draft without it. Only at rosterwatch.com. And lastly, we have Skyy Moore, wide receiver of the Chiefs. Age 22 is rising from 124 to 121. As usual, Kadarius Toney is out with injury, and Moore has been running exclusively with the first team in 2 wide sets. We've seen both Rashee Rice and Justin Ross work in with the first team intermittently, but Moore has been the only receiver to play exclusively with the first team. And with ample targets up for grab and one of the NFL's best offenses, Moore's ceiling is really sky high if he can keep up the momentum. He was one of the players we liked coming to the draft process last year. He just was a chain mover. He seemed to get open with ease. Really good hands, really good route runner. And we really think that this is going to be the season that things open up for him in fantasy and otherwise. So there you have it. These are my 3 movers this past week on the Dynasty rankings. This has been the Trash Man by half of RosterWatch.com. If you like what you're hearing, if you like what you heard, leave us a comment, give us a follow, join us at rosterwatch.com. And until next time, be ready.